All right, Blake, it's official. You're heading to North Dakota State to play football. You've known for a little while now that was the plan, but now that you've put the pen to the paper, just what does it mean?
It's really awesome. I'm excited to get up to Fargo and start working with all the guys. It's a great group of the class of 2021, so I'm excited.
When you started playing football at a young age, was this something that you thought was even a possibility to be not only playing football collegiately, but doing so at a high Division I level?
I mean, I never really thought about it until freshman year, and I guess that's when my goal started to become a reality. And I started working at that point too.
Talk a little more about the process at North Dakota State. How did it come about, and what was it that clicked there?
Well, I mean, I had been recruited since like the beginning of quarantine by a bunch of different schools, but about 2.5 months ago, they started talking to me a lot, and they started recruiting me really hard. Their whole coaching staff started talking to me, and like a bunch of their players, and I got in contact with some of the other kids in the class of 2021. So, I mean, that's just where it came to be and how it grew.
I think when most people probably think FCS schools, they think North Dakota State. I mean, national championships galore over the last decade. What does that mean to you to be a part of a culture and a program there that's been as successful as they have?
Well, I mean, it's probably a classic trainer, cocky kid, but, I kind of wanted to go to a program like that because that's what we have here. So I just wanted to continue to compete at a high level and compete for championships, obviously.
You've been a two-way player here at Trainer. I know you're going to make the transition to interior offensive line at North Dakota State. Obviously a step up. What does the process kind of look like for you to get ready for that level?
Well, it's going to look like probably 30 more pounds, a lot more muscle, and probably cut some fat, get some more lean muscle. So, I mean, it's just and a lot of learning their scheme. We ran the triple option here at Trainer for all 4 years that I've been here, and it's going to be more power run game and that type of stuff up there. So
you might not even know yet, but is a redshirt year something that's possible, or do you know?
Yeah, I'll be redshirting my first year. So
you look at the grand scheme of things over your 4 or 5 years there. What kind of goals do you have in mind?
Obviously, All-American is probably one of my biggest goals, and then help lead to a couple more national championships. So,
hey Blake, congrats!
Thank you very much.
All right, Thomas. A dream come true, I'm sure. Just what does it mean for it to finally officially be official?
Yeah, it means everything to, like you said, officially be official. I'm ready to get things turned around there when I head up there. Me and the 2021 class are excited, and we have a lot of confidence in what we're going to do. We see a lot of progress. Obviously, we don't win all the games we should. It's just small mistakes we make. So we're just a few small things behind, but we're ready for sure.
You're an early enrollee, so how early do you think that you'll be able to make an impact?
The coaches, I've been going to the playbook with the coaches already. I just started, I guess, but some of the coaches have been talking to me about, obviously having an early impact when I get there. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
When you started playing football as a little kid, I'm sure you probably dreamed of this, but just what does that mean now looking back to be able to do that?
Yeah, like you said, it was a huge dream as a little kid. Now that I accomplished that, obviously I'm extremely, blessed, and I'm excited, like I said, to get over there and make a difference.
I guess at what point did you realize maybe that this was a possibility?
Probably, just when I started like throwing around with Max, starting to run some routes, stuff like that, obviously getting his input and everything like that. Probably my freshman, sophomore year is when I really realized it for sure.
Since you gave your verbal commitment live on KETV, has your mind changed at all? Have you waffled at all, or have you been pretty firm in your convictions?
Obviously sometimes I was pretty scared, but I do see a lot of progress. Like I said, we just make those small mistakes that ruin the game and have a huge impact on the game. There's a lot of progress we have. We're playing a lot of young guys, so I'm excited. Like I said, I've been scared, but I'm 100%. So.
Not just a player with Nebraska, but getting to play in a major conference like the Big Ten. Just talk about that even a little bit.
Shoot, yeah. Obviously the competition level at the Big Ten, it's a lot different than it is in high school. So, in the pace of the game is something I'm gonna have to get used to. But no, I'm excited. I'm ready, and I think I'll have a big impact pretty early.
What kind of goals do you think you'll have the first year there?
Big Ten, first team all Big Ten, second team all Big Ten. Just one of them. All American as a freshman All American. Like I said, play, have a huge impact, be able to, help us win some games and, turn some things around.
What about your career goals at Nebraska?
Shoot, I want to break like some, obviously some of the records. I want to be the best tight end to ever go through Nebraska. Have some of the receiving records. Just I don't even just make it to the next level. My career goals. Get to the next level after Nebraska. Play for someone in the NFL. So yeah.
Obviously, this doesn't happen without a standout career at Lewis Central. How do you sum up your time here?
No, it's great. I loved it here. Great coaches, great players, great team to play with. I had a lot of role models to look up to and, help me, kind of watch them throughout their process so I can, go through mine. But no, my career, I had a great one, I feel like, and I'm excited to, continue that at Nebraska.
How important is it for you to be a part of the turnaround at Nebraska?
It's huge. I said it before, obviously I could have went to a big school that's already winning things. I could have went to, Alabama, for instance. But, there's nothing. Obviously it's a great school, special. But I'd rather be a part of something, turning around to be great than something going to be great, you know what I mean? So I think it'll be bigger once we turn things around and start winning a lot of games.
And off the field, what will you got a major in mind, or?
Nutrition science is kind of what I'm looking into right now.
Nice. What kind of went into that part?
I like the human body. I've taken a lot of I kind of want to go in the science or medical field. After that with it.
Okay.
So I'm interested in the human body, stuff like that, anatomy type stuff. So a nurse practitioner, physician assistant, or like chiropractor type, something I'd like to go into. Sure.
Right.
What have your conversations been like with Frost and Coach Beckton these last few weeks or months, just kind of as the season's progressed and as they are excited to bring you in?
Yeah, obviously it's similar to what it's been for a while. They're excited to get me on campus, and having an early impact really is a big thing. They're excited to get me to learn the playbook right away. And just like I said, have a huge impact. They're obviously mad. They're not. Disappointed that sometimes they're not winning the games they should be winning. But they know the progress. They see the progress. They're there. Every practice, so they know. What they're doing better from when they started. So I'm excited.
When they're struggling like that, are teams making another run at you this fall? Were you hearing some programs? What was your mindset there? And obviously you're telling them no, but what are those conversations like when they're trying to get you to kind of flip, and you obviously are staying with Nebraska?
Yeah. Shoot, they kind of said the same thing. All of them, that we'd love to have you here, type stuff. We're already kind of, some would throw some shade in Nebraska, which is how recruiting goes, really. But like I said, I just, obviously stayed 100% with Nebraska, and, I'm just ready to go over there and turn things around.
You talked about, like last time we talked, that relationships were the big part that really got you to Lincoln there. And just kind of reiterate on that a bit. And what's it even been now that you've officially made it official to tell the coaches you're going there now?
Yeah, no, shoot, relationships were huge there. My biggest relationship was with Coach Beckton, probably, and Frost. I just got off the phone with Frost probably 5 minutes ago. We FaceTime right after I signed or whatever. So, but yeah, relationship with Beckton was a lot different than with any other coach that I had. He was always talking to me, and I think Beckton's a guy who won't tell you what you want to hear. He'll tell you the truth. And he said the same thing, stuck with it throughout this whole recruiting process. So I'm excited to see, what happens when I get on campus.